A group of strangers is invited to a private island by a wealthy man who believes it's a gateway to the upper class, but instead it turns out to be a one-way trip. Just a week ago, Hannah and her best friend were working as waitresses. They rented tuxedos for the party to mingle with the wealthy. Hannah caught the eye of a wealthy man who invited her to a party on an island, but she should think twice about bringing her best friend along. The island can only be reached by private jet, and each guest has their own private room. Not just the dresses curated by the tycoon, but also perfume and especially the lipstick. It seemed like it had been used. Hannah didn't. Don't hesitate to toss it in the trash can. She got ready and headed out to find her best friend. She was wearing a white dress that looked a lot like her own, and the stunning women they had been invited with were dressed in the same style. The party was set to last a whole week, which meant they'd have to keep dressing like this for the duration of the week. Hannah was keeping an eye on the wealthy guy at the pool, but then another approached the wealthy guy and started talking to him. Hannah thought he wouldn't. He could have been drawn to any of the other girls, but he ended up liking her even more. As soon as he got the chance, he planned to ask Hannah out to the park. That evening, he would host a dinner with his tycoon friends, and Hannah noticed that one of them, they had a broken finger. All of the tycoon's friends must be wealthy. What could have caused them to sustain such an injury? At the party, Hannah accidentally spilled red wine on her white dress, but the tycoon managed to stay clean. No problem at all. He mentioned that he had something great that could help people forget their worries. Just a few drops of it could really boost their energy levels. After the party, Hannah returned to her room and noticed that the wine stains on her dress had vanished. She suspected that someone might have helped clean it, but she couldn't recall who had touched her. The next day, Hannah felt exhausted and weak, but she just chalked it up to the events of the previous day, but consuming beverages. Over the span of 2 days, Hannah and Rich started to bond more with each other. Rich really liked her manicure, but whenever a crucial moment came up, Rich would say he had to head back to his room. Hannah was confused. She could sense that the wealthy man liked her, so why was he unwilling to come to her room? On the third day, Hannah noticed she had quite a bit of dirt caught under her nails, but she couldn't recall where it had come from. That evening, everyone gathered at the pool to dance, as they typically did, when suddenly a woman let out a scream. In the distance, it was Hannah's best friend who mentioned that something had bitten her. That's when we spotted a poisonous snake on the ground, and the wealthy man quickly ran over and crushed it with a bottle. He quickly checked his best friend's hand and reassured, telling the venom wouldn't believe her not to worry too much about it. This couldn't settle down. She confided in Hannah, expressing her concerns that something might be off about this place. However, Hannah brushed it off, saying she was tired of the good life and just wanted to go back to waiting tables. Hannah pleaded with her to stop dwelling on it, but she never saw her again. It was only when she suddenly remembered that she hadn't. I haven't seen her in 2 days. She asked the cute girls next to her where she was, but was stunned to discover that no one around her even acknowledged her presence.